Alright folks, I don't know how this is gonna turn up. I had some trouble getting the settings right for this. Or maybe I'm just being an idiot, I don't know. But first off, before we start, yes, there's even more before we start stuff, and I need to clarify, just so you can know my pain. I had some trouble with getting this game installed. Actually, I just bought this game for a few bucks, and I popped it in, and it didn't want to load the DVD, and I was like, what the it actually sounded like there was something physically wrong with my CD drive, DVD drive. And that's the funny thing about CD, DVD drives, is that they make different sounds depending on what kind of CD or something you put in. And there's a longer story where I have some experience with that. It's really weird. I put in this DVD and my drives started going not that loud and not really sounding like that. It was like it was clicking and stuff, and I thought, don't want to read this shit. Alright, I'm gonna pop it into my laptop, and then I'm just gonna share the laptop's DVD drive, because that could read it right away. And I installed it from my laptop. Oh, it took for fucking ever, and I didn't wanna just start out by downloading the game. I wanted to make this work. And then I had another problem finding a crack, and I didn't just pop the DVD back into my desktop computer, the one I'm playing on right now, the one I've done all my LPs on, and it freaking fucking just worked. It just needs some time. And I was like, fuck! But now it works. Finally. My god. Okay, so let's move on. I'm gonna look around the plane, as I probably should start by doing.
Some newspapers, bottles, cans, and Otto's old Walkman with music. Ah, and there's the clip Gina was wearing in her hair. It must have fallen out when we started to nosedive.
Because it'll do that.
I don't see anything worthwhile. Well, perhaps Gina's hair clip. Gina will be excited to get it back once we're back together.
Yeah, if she's not dead. I'm gonna try not to speak while Brian's speaking. Mostly because you might not be able to.
Anyway, I don't know much about planes, but this looks pretty banged up.
You think? Oh, just drooled a little.
It doesn't seem to be locked. Just some old binoculars and a pint of scotch. Seems as if Otto liked to travel well prepared.
And I know what to do here.
Jeez, they aren't exactly pocket size. However, they may be my ticket out of this jungle.
In the beginning of the game, I'm not gonna act all surprised, like, oh, hey, maybe I should do this.
Yeah, I know this is no time for a drink, but it may come in handy later.
Because I already know what to do. And I keep just talking and clicking stuff and making Brian talk, and
let's see. Maps and flight plans. And what's that down there? A magnifying glass. I'm taking that. I might need to use it.
Yeah, we'll see that.
There's nothing but maps and flight plans.
We'll see a very, very unique use of a magnifying glass later.
They're locked in place. Looks like Otto was obsessed with Elvis as well as flying.
Elvis Bobblehead.
I don't know what that's for, to tell you the truth. Wow! I got the front hatch of the plane open. It's just amazing how much I'm able to do without having a clue what I'm doing.
Yeah, it's easy for you. I'm the one clicking.
There's just a filthy old thermos inside.
Take it.
Yuck! It's gross.
Take the
and
thermos.
I'd rather not touch it. If I need it at some point, I know right where to find it.
And he's the usual pesky self with oh, I can't do that, and
Yikes.
oh, that would be
The
logical.
lever came loose and the front hatch slammed shut by itself.
Oh my god, what are we going to do about that?
Let's see what...
We're going to go to this and take this and then put it on.
Good plan. Let's see if it's the right size. Perfect. With the lever blocked in place, there's no more worry about that hatch slamming shut.
Ta-da! And that's actually logical.
Darn. If it were working, I could call for help. Nope. It's dead. I'll have to get out of here using my own wits.
My wish, you mean? As per usual. Yeah, and I don't know anything about planes and stuff, but shouldn't the radio be reinforced in some way so it can take being, like, you know, crashed and stuff? But, whatever. Let's move on. Now, something you noticed I hovered over in the intro video is this shard of glass.
It's a shard of glass from that broken window over there. I'm not too big on the idea of carrying a sharp piece of glass around. On the other hand, it may be useful. I'll have to be careful not to get cut.
Yeah. So, the thing about a glass shard is either you don't notice it at all because it doesn't really scream at, like, you don't notice it, or you keep forgetting it, like I usually do, but we were lucky this time. I remember.
They're all full of puppy toys.
All full of puppy toys. Take a puppy.
I'll take one. You never know. Huh. It weighs more than I was expecting. Obviously, there's some sort of mechanism to make it move. Yeah, it requires batteries. And there are some in it. Wow! It's one of those popular Capote puppies. I read it's the most popular urinating toy to come out in decades. Apparently, they're all the rage over in Europe.
Yeah, we all want a peeing robot puppy. Like, I never understood the need to buy stuff, like, you know...
It's hard to be sure, but I must have passed out hours ago.
Toys that scream and kick and cry and pee. Well, do you have a little brother or
amazing.
a wife or
it looks as
a
if I'm in the middle of a jungle.
Girlfriend?
I
That's
can't complain
just
though.
As much fun
all
for free
these
right
thick
there.
trees probably saved my
Which
life.
Is probably the reason why I'm not married or have a girlfriend. So let's not dwell on
All
my
right. Now I won't have any
disgusting,
trouble
dark
taking a
personal
look.
life. Let's move on. Look in the hatch. Damn, I got something under my nail.
A tank of water is always useful. It weighs quite a bit, but if I get thirsty, I'll be happy to have grabbed it. Plus, it'll help me stay in shape, in case I have to make a run at some point, especially if I drop it. This tool is also quite interesting. Might be a good weapon if I have to fight off any wild beasts. I don't see anything else that's useful for now.
Okay. Another thing. No, that's not yet. Moving on. Let's go over to this part of the jungle.
Wow, I'll be a monkey's uncle. I think it's a lemur. Now, isn't that something special? It's getting more sparse up ahead. There are fewer trees and it looks like the jungle is ending. The bad part is over here. Just what I was afraid of. Quicksand. I'll have to be extremely careful.
Oh, so this time you can actually